When am I starting? Right now. Good time zone. And a happy birthday to all of those around the world. I've been having to contend with the wind today. I'm sure you've all noticed. It's usually pretty windy, but today is ferocious. The sand kicking up was even stinging my body as it hit me. Not unbearably so, just tiny little stings as the wind was picking up the sand. Had to cover my eyes. Not sure, I guess some kind of front is moving through or something. Very windy. It's not been this windy in a long time. Usually, at least without like some sort of sandstorm or something. Just wind. Part of the reason I'm late. So let me open the game and we'll get on in. Got some things to talk about. I did some stuff after stream. I tried to get better relics, and the game just refuses to give me anything useful at all. It's quite annoying. But that's not really important. I did a lot of some random achievement hunting stuff. I was just like, talk to this person, you get an achievement. Do this like little thing, you get an achievement. Good time zone, something or will forever hate the equipment grind. Yeah. Like, usually it's like, okay, I can get something okay, but the game just is not giving me anything at this point. Whabam. It's quite bad. Every relic I got yesterday was useless, and I sold it. And I used all of my energy for it. But I went around and did a bunch of stuff. I got all the nymphs on every map of the previous maps, not the new stuff. Did the secret puzzle thing for Yanisopolis, which turns out there's a secret puzzle for every map, and they all give you like a prophecy at the end. I don't know if those prophecies mean anything, but the only one I didn't do yet is Akama, and we'll do that now because I messed up on it, and if you mess up, you have to wait a whole day for it to reset. What server you play on? I think it's North America. Pretty sure. So it turns out these butterflies give you a hint as to the map, and you have, or the secret, and you have to match the prayer pools with the symbols here. And they like blink for which one you're supposed to do. Now I'm not going to run back and forth trying to match them up, so I'm just going to use a picture that tells you which one to get for each one. I did all but one yesterday. I messed up on one because I actually did it. I messed up before I even realized the puzzle was a thing. I had to wait until today. Unless they don't all reset. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I probably have to redo the whole thing. Yeah, I had to do the whole thing. So that's that. Thing is, though, you have to match the symbols, but the symbols are random every time you perform a prayer. And you just have to keep doing it until you get lucky. That one was lucky. So Yanis for that one. I had to do one of them. I had to do like 20 times.
With this ambrosia, I... Whoever falls first loses!
Okay, that was the one I had to do like 20 times yesterday. I also did. I spent one of my high morals bitterly because I had to do it to complete the little torch guys for the achievement. I caved and did it, and now I'm down one moral. But don't be fooled. I definitely have, or had 52, not 51. I'm very moral. The altar has been shifted to the correct position. Let's see if it's changed with those nymphs on the wall. Also, if you remember at Castrum Kremnos,
great.
we get these tablets. I don't know what they're for. Taking up inventory, I guess. You can use them and read a little prophecy thing. The walls of the holy city shine, blocking the Evernight. People step toward the dawn, running towards the unknown future. But remember in Castrum Kremnos at the arena, I was like walking around and a nymph randomly appeared and started talking to me, and then I answered the correct question wrong and it disappeared, and then I didn't know how to get it back. Well, it turns out it summons when you walk, literally walk in the arena. I guess I accidentally had walked at some point and it summoned it. That was for a little achievement. I figured out how to get memory crystals. You have to, this thing here gives you 10 weekly, so that was useful. which allowed me to buy the 15 memory crystal box from Yanis' steed, which opens up and gives you a chimera pet. Except, it's not a real pet. See, online, people were calling it a pet, and so I thought it meant literally that pet, like the Tuskapir. But no, it's not a real pet. It just sits here, which was extremely disappointing. Your chimera seems happy enough to see you, but you cannot understand what it's trying to say right now. All you can do is play a little while until it's completely sapped of energy. Also, the one you get is random. This is the one I got. You can reset during the conversation to try and get a different one. I didn't realize that until after I ended the conversation. So this is the one I'm stuck with. It's not my favorite, but I guess it's cute enough. I was hoping it was a real pet. Now that it's not a real pet, I don't actually care as much. What are you gonna do? I don't know why it's not a real pet. It should have been. I think that's everything. So we can go back to the story. Learning about the true prophecy or the false prophecy or whatever it is. Now, how do I get here? Where is the nearest space anchor? Just do that.
Time Titan? Is that you? Just like this.
Is this replicating the memories or disrupting the space-time dimension?
Regardless of our actions, the past will remain unchanged. It was someone else who helped Trebios in the actual events of history. We don't remember the details. As for why memory recreated the past to be like this, it's closer to...
It must be because...
to the answer within our heart.
The passage is now cleared.
But no one helped Neus become Nikador in the past until we did it. Otherwise, Nikador wouldn't have been... you know, we wouldn't have needed to do it in the first place.
Nice.
Now where are we going? Are we just gotta go walk over there. 2 hours of 30 jades is crazy. You can definitely get more than 30 jades in 2 hours.
Looks good.
Ornyx, it's you again. Thank you, nameless god.
Oh, they're sensing us as Oryx. Interesting. Okay. Is there any reason to do anything else? There's a chest down there. And a puzzle over there. And the chest down there. Alright. Oh, but also that nymph prophecy tablet puzzle where I thought you had to get all the nymphs in every map to get the full thing, but no, actually you don't get the full thing. You only get the one quadrant, and it's random. Every player will get one part randomly of the puzzle. And then I guess you're supposed to work with other players to get the whole thing. AKA look it up online. Very weird way to do it, to be honest. No, that's no, okay. We're one step short, so I can't go. Unless I do that. There we go.
Is that all?
Okay, that's blocked now. A sage once said, "Why work hard when you can hardly work?" Quick, oh great, another report deadline. I'm so not feeling this right now. Forget it, I'm going with my usual nothing to report, business as usual.
Please stay tuned.
Wrong character.
Firefly Type 4. Activate.
Don't think we can sneak past these guys, so just going
Stand in position.
to destroy them instead.
Until everything burns to ashes!
Let's improvise. Let the show begin.
My friends, indulge yourselves!
Set the seas aflame!
Dreams do come true. Let the show begin.
Fight to land! Every victory is hard won.
Oh, there's Zagreus coins too. Where's the hand of Zagreus? Is there a reason to turn this off? I guess he lets us go back down that direction, which... I don't know what that does for us. If only I could jump and grab this coin myself. I guess we need to go further up, but I think the elevator's already working, right? Yep, okay. Hold on a second. Alright. Do I play on Europe? No, I'm pretty sure it's North America. I see the hand's there, but that doesn't help us. I have to see what turning this off does instead. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. Yeah, we can't sneak past these guys.
Firefly Type 4. Activate! Detonate!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Dreams do come true.
Set to the seas of flame! This is double speed.
Let the show begin!
My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Fight to live!
Let's improvise.
I want to use my Herda team, it's just not ready.
Every victory is hard won. Inspection
Because even
complete.
those black tide
Nothing
guys
suspicious.
hit like a freight train. I think that is the most unnecessary puzzle thing in this entire update. It's just annoying. They had the same mechanic on the Shinjo, but without the puzzle part, which is just tedious.
Full of supplies. A rare find.
I like all the other puzzles though. So we updated that. Oh, there's chests there too. My goodness. I wonder how people feel about them reusing the same level twice. For every map on Emphoria so far. Except for Akuma. See, how do we get back? The scales. That no, but we need the hand of Zagreus to get to the scale up top. How do we? Unless the scale's already working for us. It's also possible that it's just not possible currently. I think the last version of this was also like you can't actually finish it until you go further in the story. Yeah. That's not gonna work. That doesn't take us anywhere. Unless there's a hand of Zagreus I am just missing. In like another, in like the dark dimension at the bottom or something? Although the hand's not even here in this version. I don't know. Well, let's move on. Now we're gonna go to the middle floor, actually. Oh, hi. The statue seems to embody the concept of destiny itself, its form resembling a key, a door, and a scale, all at once. Really? Small wonder the followers of three titans of fate hold it such high regard. You say so, I don't see that. Nice. Just a random Titankin?
Please stay clear.
Okay. New book. Oh, that reminds me. There was a... Wow. There's a book back in Akuma that I didn't want to pick up because I wouldn't be able to mark it because I wasn't streaming. So I gotta go pick that up again. You hear a resonating string instrument performance. The river of time flows soft and slow, yet once it's past, it cannot glow. As dawn's first light on green leaves falls, they'll rest with time, as each one calls. Ah, the great incarnation, titans of fate, please listen to the song of the children of humanity and bring depth to the long night. Oh, beautifully sung. That's a different person. Oh, beautifully sung, but still a bit off from when I was young. To make people feel the divine grace, you have to practice singing from your abdomen, like I do. Is he really singing about destiny? It sounds so sad. Delos. Another garment maker.
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Please stay clear.
Why? It's just a little balcony.
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Shh! Please keep it down. We have to be really sneaky to get in here.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple, and I want to meet her. I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
It's getting late. Be good and go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you. By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death. But that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
That'd be kind of strange, but sure.
Ah, Lady Maiden.
Turned around.
Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
A blanket.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left. It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother. Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
Don't you want my pastries?
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
A memory within a memory. Wow. Hey, that person in the rags headed towards the temple just now. Guess who that was? Judging by their clothes and the fact that I don't recognize them, probably a refugee seeking solace here. That man is the king of Bulsa, former lord of the city. Huh? How can that be? He's skin and bones. The breeze on the bridge almost blew him down into the ravine just now. They don't look anything like a king. Bulsa has worships Aqua, the city of gentle breeze. The battle between Nikador and Aqua waged for many years. I hear that the people of Bulsa have had a long-held grudge, a traditional grudge perhaps, against the Kremoans. How do you know him then? That king came to Yanisopolis a few years ago, before you had even taken office. He knew that Bulsa was no match for Castrum Kremnos and came in search of a prophecy to save his city. Sir Acolyte told him that if he gathers many allies and treats them well, he'll be able to overcome the sharp edge of the Blade of Fury. The king of Bulsa trusted every word, returned to his city and distributed his wealth to win over many small neighboring cities. The king was convinced that he now had nothing to worry about. Who could have imagined that when Castrum Kremnos did attack, all the small neighboring cities that had received his blessings were so scared of the Blade of Fury that they all rushed to surrender. They even coughed up all the gifts that the king of Bulsa had given them and offered them to the Kremnoans as a sign of their loyalty. The city of Bulsa fell in days, the poor king of Bulsa, to see a man that cared for his city and people fall so far. Well, that's all because of his blind faith in the prophecy, isn't it? Shush, shush. Do you want the Holy Maiden Guards to add you to the list of slanderous remarks? Go back to your post. At least there weren't too many cities that were dragged into the strife of the Titans like Bulsa was. Let us hope that these days of peace will remain across the majority of Amphorius. Interesting. Does that mean that does that mean that prophecies can be wrong? As Ornex even said that that this is a false prophecy, or did he just interpret it incorrectly? I guess that's always a viewpoint to look at. Fun to see the guy. He's not walking anymore. Guess we could reopen it. Yeah, just a dude. Woman praying for prophecy. I'll talk to you later. Yes, their old dreams have not faded. The doors sealed for millennium reopen, and the candles within burn bright as daylight. Pilgrims step into the depths of destiny, welcomed by an embrace as warm as ever, as if nothing had ever been lost.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis Vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis Vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies, and the core flame is kept. Just enter on the left.
Totally random. But Finon speaking just reminded me. Yesterday I found out that Finon's voice actor, I'm pretty sure is a clown-based VTuber. That was interesting.
It's also the place where Treebios was born.
Zagreus was born in the vault, huh?
So this is...
Praise the passage titan again.
Their voices that pierce the long night knocking at my door. Unbind your wings, though you will shatter. Hope is born in this moment. Behold, the 100-eyed bird stirs to awaken. Do not miss the last sunrise of Yanisopolis. Passionate girl.
No danger detected.
Not noticing any
let you guard
nymphs. Dear faithful followers, what we see here is the storage place for the Titan's core flame. Please don't speak loudly. It's crowded here, so be careful not to get lost. The holy city of Fate's scenery is truly extraordinary. This pilgrim within the senior group is really worth it. Pilgrimage, rather. My husband repeatedly asked me to bring back more souvenirs. You right there, don't worry. We have a special shopping session planned afterward. We'll go after we wrap up here. The vault's where they store the core flame.
Treebios. What does that name actually mean?
3
The
Bios,
one
obviously.
with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it.
3 lives? You're telling me her name's actually Tri-Bios? Bio, 3 lives? Is that? Okay. Is there really no nymphs anywhere? Where are they? I must be missing them. hoping he wouldn't turn around directly on top of him.
Everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Set the seas ablaze! Every victory is hard won.
Interesting. What are these for? Oh, it's to bring back the coin for the hand, and then that opens up a chest. Okay. I thought those were enemies for a second, but no, they're not.
Finally, the Yanis Vault is right ahead. No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Let's actually go turn this on real quick. Restart. Where'd the hand go? Nowhere. Okay. I had to check on what the hand looks like when it's hovering because according to a book about the hand of Zagreus, they're usually giving the middle finger. Apparently. But not in game at least. But in canon, they're usually flicking people off. The core flame of Yanis is housed here. Though countless believers called for them, humanity's voices echo unanswered, silent and unmoving, awaiting for destined hour. I wonder why Yanis' core flame was here, just like randomly, like in this like quote-unquote vault. Where like why aren't the other core flames here, or why isn't Yanis' core flame with Yanis? Where's Yanis? Also, it's interesting that this is where we crashed land. We actually crashed land in Yanis' vault. Well, I feel like if we walk over there, it's going to trigger us. I guess we'll do this afterwards. Yeah.
At long last.
Rubios, you've come. I guess Yanis is here. Question. I guess the core flame is Yanis. Why doesn't Yanis have like a body though?
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. Just as I thought, you too have been confined.
Step forth, and thou shalt bury yourself. Bury the gods, and bury the fate that binds us all.
No, Yanis. I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand.
You wield a blade?
I am Treilblazing, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty.
The one who guides the world shall see their soul shattered into 1,000 fragments, akin to glass crashing upon the ground.
Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
Though thou bearest the core flame, thou shalt be far from glory of divinity. Passages are forever associated with dirt, and even a mere mortal's blade can imperil thy very existence.
No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all.
Yet the flame chase is a journey of constant loss, among which even life itself holds little value. Time decays the heart, the passages shatter the body, and the scales weigh at the separation, until the end draws near. The one who bears 3 lives, art thou truly prepared?
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
Thus it shall be. Overthrow the gods, return the core flames. They've been showing off this this Amphoris script a lot in ways that seem to indicate that it does mean something. I wonder if anyone's deciphered it yet. Inherent divine authority, forge godly miracles. Go kill, go mourn. Kill my kin, mourn our fate. Bury the spirits of the gods, nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, yet thou must remember. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. Such is destiny.
I understand, Yanis.
Alright, confirmed she did have pointed ears before becoming a demigod. I guess some people just have that now. We have 3 characters confirmed.
Thank you. Now, may you rest well. to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. May we... May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Move aside and get ready! The Holy Maiden?
The Holy Maiden. But first...
Great maiden, what prophecy have the Fate Titans shown you regarding the fate of Bulsa City?
The prophecy was spoken thusly. Though I have never met the gaze of 10,000 eyes, I will fight against the blades of 10,000 enemies. The gentle breeze shall be devoured by the roaring waves. The foolish king bathes himself in riches, only to purchase a life as drifter of a conquered nation.
Is that all?
That is all the Titans said.
What kind of joke is that? The king of Bulsa has traveled a long way for a prophecy on how to save his hometown. Are you saying you want to send him off with no hope?
Sir, Alkalite, you're just concerned that the king of Bulsa will take back the large amount of money he paid in his desperation, aren't you?
Holy maiden, watch your tongue. This is the holy land of the core flame of Yanis, not Zagreus' den of thieves.
There is no need for such outrage. I have long since lost the so-called prophetic rights of the Holy Maiden. According to our agreement, I am solely responsible for listening to the word of the Titans. I have never overly pried into how it is that you manipulate these prophecies.
Huh.
However, on the basis of our decades-long friendship, I must give you a word of warning. Do not give people false hope under the guise of prophecy, otherwise fate will place the responsibility for that city's destruction on your head. If you do not wish to be torn to shreds by the countless mourning dead when you cross the River of Souls, I would implore you to act with caution.
I understand what you are saying, Mortis. However, the Temple of the Three Fates cannot spread despair. You know that I must act for the sake of Yanisopolis. Although the fact that you still consider our former friendship, I must admit I am surprised. Work on the secret tunnel that I promised you is almost complete. If they attack soon, you will be able to escape with your children. I will cover you from the shadows. It's just, it must be soon. As you know, I'm not a young man anymore. I can already see Thanatos' shadows before me.
May Yanis guide your path, Codex. Do not give people false hope under the guise of prophecy. Perhaps that is something that would be beyond even me. So the prophecy the King of Bullis got was fake anyway. I forgot that Yanisopolis was giving out fake prophecies all the time. Which is why it didn't work for him. It was fake. Wait, there's a nymph. Glad I turned around. These narrow-minded fools! Who says I can't be a priest? Following fate's guidance to make prophecies, piece of cake. I'd nail it eventually. They're obviously just envious of my potential. I've got more faith in this wall crumbling than their stupid criticisms. This is where the Express touched down. Ironically, that prediction wasn't far off. Yeah, the wall did crumble.
happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame? Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead. However, if there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Captain, what should we do? Do it. Kill her! If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours!
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
That's all you got?
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
Nice like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Time for a bun. I will claim victory from set to the seas of flame!
In the mood for another beating?
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side? That woman is the traitor!
That red-haired woman. You mean the Holy Maiden?
I should go.
Let's keep up.
The path is opening up for me. Oh
my
yeah.
gosh, they're attacking her.
Protect me.
Wait, guys, hold on. Oh my goodness.
Firefly Type 4. Activate! A rat!
Until everything burns to ashes!
I guess they wanted us to clear the corruption during that moment, but we cleared it beforehand, so they all just targeted her immediately.
Fight to live!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true.
Step up, let's see ya. Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
This is more than a battle. Set to the seas of flame!
Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
You took the bait. Time for a bun. Fight to live!
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Set to the seas of flame!
Stay in step. Let's improvise.
Get her!
Well, those guys were less hostile.
There are guards here too. Don't alert them. At long last.
What is that thing?
A creature of the Holy City Guards. But I'm already so close.
This should be the last fight. We have to help her get through. But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now. Who has been aiding Treebios in her escape?
I've been curious about that too. Logic in Euphoria isn't adding up. That's also true.
While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Treebios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone!
Noontide Griffin. Oh, that's a griffin, is it?
Target sighted. All units on alert.
I guess I see it.
Detonate.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set for the sea of flame!
The mood is set. Let the show begin! Let's improvise.
Step up, let's see ya. Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Aquala's Mark. When a target gains Aquala's Mark again, dispel all marks and they take fire damage and lose energy. When this target gains Ornyx's Mark again, dispel all marks and they take true damage and lose energy and have a high chance of being inflicted with entanglement. Right?
Gonna keep going?
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Firefly Type 4 in position. Fight to land!
That's all you got?
Take your position. Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Still the same one.
I will claim victory. Set for the seas of flame!
In the mood for another beating?
Let's improvise.
Attack.
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent. It's a letter written by Treebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Treebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Treebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Worry not. The loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Treebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
ride the west wind, and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer?
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the gods' blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Light calendar 3760, month of Evernight. Yanis' holy maiden Treebios bore the core flame to quell the world's chaos and become the demigod of Yanis. He traversed the Gate of Infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread the divine prophecy across the land of Emporius, after a century of arduous journeying. Light calendar 3870, month of freedom. Humanity's flame chase journey officially began.
Lady Treeby, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Treeby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Amphorius.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow, and why Yanisopolis' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think, and set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear. Because that's how Trebios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal. That end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the West Wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Trianne. See you tomorrow!
I feel like the purpose of that whole mission got twisted at some point, though, because it started off as like, oh, you want to see the truth of the prophecy, and there was a little side conversation where Aglaya was like, are you sure they're ready to know this? And Treeby was like, yeah, we just need to tell them. We shouldn't hide this from them any longer. But I don't know what unless I missed something, I'm not sure of exactly what we learned there that would have been world-shattering some truth that they needed to hide from people. Like, nothing happened there. Like, okay, we saw that she took the core flame and she got the prophecy and set off to do the thing. But like, what world-shattering truth that we weren't prepared for, potentially, as Aglaya put it? What was it? The only thing that really was mentioned, and it was not even talked about, was that Oranek said it's a fake prophecy, and that was it, and no one talked about it. Oranek said that, and it was glossed over. So unless it was that, I don't know what we were supposed to get from that, really.
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time, and I could teach you more freely instead.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you. There's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we? Correct?
Oh.
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back. But I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
Cersei and Aglaya must shop at the same store.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
I'm very interested to see where this is going for Cersei's and Anaxagoras. Okay. Cersei wants to find out what the gods even actually are. I'm back. Finally have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat? It's unusual to see Mim isn't with you. I don't control Nim. I don't know where they are. Since they're not here, let me ask you, are you really sure you want to take on the ritual of Ornyx's core flame on behalf of the Chrysos heirs? No. Because I shouldn't do it at all, actually. That'd be ridiculous if that worked. I'm still on the fence. We've ended up at this point after all. This is probably a fate that Trailblaze can't evade. You should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on the experiences of those before you, the trial is not a walk in the park. But what concerns me even more is that you'll further bind yourself to Amphorius. If you truly assume that Titan's divinity, do you believe you'll be able to lay it down again? Forget it. We'll deal with that when the time comes, no matter what happens. I'll be right with you. Thanks, bro. Oh, by the way, I got held up by two people in guard uniforms and ended up missing Trian's farewell ceremony. They said they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity, but I suspect we've been on their radar for a while, and they've only made their move when you and I got separated. Their questions were quite specific, from how we arrived in Akama to our relationship with each Chrysos heir. They even asked about what we did in the market. Luckily, those pawns aren't the brightest. I managed to brush off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit. The Council of Elders, are they the bad guys? I'm not ready to label them as good or bad, but their conduct is certainly irritating. But on second thought, Aglaya also initially kept her guard up with us, and did try and execute us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth. The only thing we know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysos heirs. In the worst case scenario, we could be caught up in the internal conflicts of the Holy City. So, to be continued? If only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide, but now the weather is the only lovely thing left. Let's take some pictures. What's going on? Something wrong, John Hung? The memory card is full. I bet March and the others are pretty worried too. What are they doing? We got that little interlude with Herta and nothing. Also, the memory card's already full? That's not good. We're gonna miss so many things. And what does March turning into ice have to do with Amphorius too? Oh my gosh, so many things that we're not talking about at all.
And so, this long day passed for Akama. Some people arrived, and some left forever. just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward. We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells. And yet, no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous.
Damn, we die? GG.
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass, at the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips. And after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
The world is thus one generation arises, something. No nothing with Herta and the rest of the crew, really. What are they doing? Do they even care anymore? The God King had returned home and the messenger had departed. Their fates can no longer be scried, but are worthy of remembering. Head to the book. Travelogue Part 2. One generation rises, another wilts. I wonder if Cass's prophecy, is Cass supposed to be the last person? The only one who will actually see Era Nova? Although I wonder if that's actually going to happen too. Like, are they really? I doubt they're going to be like, yep, everyone in the whole world except one person dies. The end. Like, something's gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. There's no way. I don't believe for a second they're gonna go through with that. You think it's fine on? I mean, it could be, although that prophecy with Cass made me think about it, so who knows. But I just don't think it's gonna happen at all. Like, something else is gonna happen. Mainly, the prophecy's not real, or the world's a simulation, so none of it matters. It's something like that. Oh, we got one for each, huh? Long dream, odyssey, mother. Separation, new journey. See you tomorrow. I did like the idea that see you tomorrow is a prophecy. That's cute. You shall part with your friends, with your enemies, with others, and with yourself. Tribios, you have already swallowed the fruit of fate. From now on, you shall be a school of birds without feet, flying toward tomorrow, without a moment of repose. The Chrysos War's clamor rises and falls, and when the children reunite, only 3 of them remain.
We have heard of a Chrysos heir.
The lively child says. That person tears open the barricade of the Black Tide, aims at the sky, wanting to contain the core flame in a sheath.
There will always be warriors like me, who believe in and are willing to protect the tomorrow they prophesize.
But the crusading Chrysos heir never returns. The greedy ones then lift the crown with sharp blades, and by power's lethality, they are one by one slain.
We remember a group of bards.
The taciturn child says. The bards compose songs for the children's prophecy, and along the corpus of the pillar of stone lay their footprints upon which ballads are carved.
Though we lack the might of swords and shields, we can take you to walk every part of this world.
Till many years later, when the bards all return to their subterranean eternal rest. The children sing the long, long songs, and alone they bear memories of humanity.
We miss us,
The exuberant child says. When they left their home, the passage blew the girl apart into countless turbulent bubbles, carried to all corners of the world on the winds of destiny.
We will run towards the world's agony.
The children cheer each other up. As the years pass and the sun and the moon rise and fall, the children often hear sounds of their friends chattering. Farewell, 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 the children who still walk the earth, silently hiding their wrenching sobs. Upon the hills of Akama once grew golden figs as far as the eye could see. The remaining children link their hands and decide to make this beautiful city the beginning of yet another journey. The children pull on the hem of the maiden's dress.
Please, listen to the prophecy we bring.
The maiden pulls on her silken threads, weaving in her heart the children's past into strings.
Chase the core flames with me. I promise that.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit. The hot okay. Excuse me, I was reading that. I can't. Okay. Went to the next one immediately. The gentle mother silently dreams and brings to her children a scent from the west wind's shore. Then she quietly departs, and the only words her child hears is a prophecy of forlorn melancholy. The slumber of titans, the fragmented lullaby, the roar of the guards, all merge into a torrential black tide that carries the first demigod from the past to the future. And that was the beginning of this long dream. In this tiny room, she forged 20 years of her memories with time. Sometimes the child does not understand. The gates of the worlds outside the window are so numerous, yet why can we not step within? And if one cannot leave the tower, what need is there to gaze into the distance via tomes? The mother smiles and does not answer, only using bedtime stories to once again gild another golden sheen of destiny to the emphorius of the child's dream. Alas, the golden light of destiny cannot illuminate the shadows of power and greed. All it takes to rob the child of her only kin is a letter of dark conspiracy. The culprit thought the murder had no flaws, but was unaware that the lamb willingly stepped into the passage's dead end. Before the priest met her demise, the only thing her eyes contained was spite. Yet she leaves her final warmth and hope, embroidered into those dolls, leaving them behind for her innocent love. Loneliness stakes nightmares into the child's sleep, and the child hugs those dolls tight.
At the very least, we will never leave each other, right?
Ornyx softly sighs and carefully lifts the curtain of time, presenting a crystal given the libation to the brave before the dull, holding a blade. The Titan loves this child born into sorrow, but has no power to erase impending tragedy in the morrow. Only can they dispel the evening wind of the palace, giving the child solace in sweet dreams. Turn back, chosen one. The Titan's fading proclamation cannot pull back the string of the girl's destiny.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
In the holy city adorned with falling flowers, the children recalled that prophecy beside their friend that had passed away. But the girl had already passed through thousands of crossroads and continues to sail toward tomorrow. Oh, for the bright spot beyond is the end of the I hate that it's automatically closes. It doesn't auto do anything else. I turned off auto and yet it auto closes every time. How do I read it? Oh, for that bright spot beyond is the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. Okay. And the other one was the hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain. Okay. We do have 12 chapters for the 12 Crisis Heirs, which means that, like, unless we get a chapter as the Chrysos heir of Ornyx, which is ridiculous. Plus, the trailer showed a Chrysos heir for time, apparently. Like, they should show up at some point and take Ornyx's core flame. So maybe it'll just be temporary. Maybe we'll temporarily hold it. I don't know why we need to take it immediately. Like, why can't we just wait? I just don't like that idea for the story. It's just, I'm actively against it. Garment maker, sword, adoration, I believe that says. Or it says Oru-ration, but probably adoration. A solo lyre's sound flows along the streets.
My lover, why does your mood change faster than the clouds above?
The audience's face is covered in sorrow.
Oh, how I wish she has clear eyes that are quick to anger and laughter, and dimples that crease in smiles and frowns.
For the maiden he longs for, has a body of alabaster and fingers carved by scalpels. Weird. In her runs blood of gold and a heart woven from threads. She has neither eyes nor dimples, lacking even a face, for she is Aglaya's garment maker, merely a demigod's serf. The gilded dress master, the executive of romance, how resplendent would her mansion be above the radiant dawning clouds? Nervously, the visitor opens the doors. Like parting curtains at a theater, the one with golden thread in hand is revealed, standing betwixt figures of stone.
Lady Aglaya, I am Apollos' retainer, here for an outfit to take to my master.
He casts sideways glances as he bows, for the garment maker he adores is flanking her mistress, silent as a leaf accompanying a flower. Why is this a story about some guy in love with a mannequin? Slender hands sculpted of ivory pull on the dress's train, as if with one breath alone the maiden will be revived.
The creation of love and beauty indeed.
As the visitor thinks thus, his thoughts prickle the golden threads in the room.
If you wish to embrace such fantasies,
She declares thus on the other end of the golden thread.
you must beware of the scissors that can pierce through the chest.
In the ancient theater, there are thousands of plays, millions of shows, where even the god of romance was once an actor. The weaver below the stage savors the show for inspiration. The ostracized poet finally returned home. The adoring lover separated by misfortune. The hero betrayed fires his deadly arrow into the traitor's heart. The thread known as romance is knit by all beings, by all love and hatred, beauty and sin, memories and prophecies. All that occurs are clothing indeed. Look, the despondent servant buried his love. The dressmaster plucks it up, and into the garment maker's dress she weaves. The elegant garment makers once had beautiful faces, some as knights with swords, some as impassive priests, and put on a pantomime after pantomime in the golden thread's light, till the stage shook in storm, and the black tides tainted the dancers' skirts. She wiped clean their visages, and instilled armaments instead of silk.
Use the needle and thread as your sword.
She requests the servants who cannot answer. The garment makers are but elegant still. They turn The garment makers are elegant still. They turn bloody and stained slaughter into lithe rondos, for only they can still dress in new gowns. Only then can romance survive into the morrow. Seven, Nemesis, Descent. 7. I wonder what the 7 is. The day the lion went on campaign. None may approach that battlefield, the lone army of Kremnos, an obstacle on the flame chase journey. He ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between hero and prince. The two men fought for 10 nights unceasingly, till the combat drew to its end. Neither was able to score a single victory, and conceded not a single defeat. None know why this man's fate is always overshadowed by a single number decreed. Just like how none can ascertain how the flame-chasing heroes convinced this man. It was not mutual appreciation, nay, for in his memories, 7 sentences were all his mother to him ever spoke. Or spake. Spake? Yet somehow, that leader who weaves the golden threads recounted one of the 7 with ease. I don't know why they chose to use spake.
Has its own historian.
There is no right or wrong in the man's heart.
And the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Others once guessed, he regards the holy city as his home, for he seeks a land to belong. As the king to his people, it is the first gift to them he brings. But as per the rules with gifts, he or once given away, the gifter will never repossess this thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares to anger the man. Not because of his unrestrained manners, but because every meal the heroes partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. One sight serves falsehoods in the woods. He has relied on scent since young to distinguish guests and obtain gains. Yet there are always exceptions. The man's archenemy often puzzled why their food always borderlined nauseating. He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. One who worships strife is bound to have rumors rife.
Even insects consume each other. And he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considered himself an enemy to the world. He paves the road so that one day his peers would match his anger within. Yet again, the prophecy turned true. None in the holy city did he ever either run or return, something like that. All these stories are really old, but I haven't had enough of them yet. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to ask an important question. How old are you? I don't remember. No way. How will I know what gift to get you? Can't you just make something up? But I'm so happy that the moment I stepped into this world, I met you. This way, every moment of my life will be recorded by you. If you ever write a book about me, it'll be a thick one. What is there for us to talk about that I already know everything? But my past is a crushing weight shrouded in darkness. There is no way I could remember everything. My past is a crushing weight. That kind of line won't fool me. Just looking into your eyes for a second is enough to tell him you're a very simple person. Wow. Bit rude. Hey buddy, you there? Pens, good or bad news? Ha 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 ha. No worries, there's nothing bad. At least, think so. With all that's gone down recently, I thought we could talk. The trial failed, the Grove, the Mighty, and the Kremnoans, and seeing Chibi's memories, all of it. About time we got paid. Did I finally think about compensating your bro? You'll get it, I promise I won't forget. But promise me that you won't laugh at this. Honestly, even though we've made it through everything, seeing Chibi's memories has just left me with more questions. That person alone will witness the miracle. Doesn't that sound like good? Doesn't sound like a good ending, does it? Why did everyone choose to become demigods even after knowing the price? They probably all had their own reasons, but we can't say that, so I don't know. To save the world, of course. I'm just taking guesses here. The powers you gain as demigod are tiny compared to the cost, after all. Exactly. I should have asked Mighty about his reasons before he left. But now he's taken all the glory and all the cool spotlights. So it's the competitive spirit talking. Haha, just kidding. How does there already emotes of our remembrance form? We've been disconnected from the universe. Well, I think I feel a bit better about all of this now. I've learned a lot from this conversation. I'll go over what we said on my own time. Thanks, buddy. We're in Forest's only hope. Oh wait, there's Dong Hung too. All three of us. Rip. Well, while we have downtime, time to go start a new business venture. But first, pick up this other book that I saw. Or I forget. The Legends of Chimera Administrator.
More and more species are disappearing.
Oh, Gray, you're here. Look, the little ones are so cute and energetic. If only I can bring them back to the grove. Awoo. It's not as cute as Pom Pom. Awoo. Oh, the little chimera is angry. It says although it doesn't know what breed Pom Pom is, but it's definitely not as cute. You ought to be more careful when you're talking in front of the little ones. They're very bright, and they do understand what we're saying. You can understand Chimera? I almost forgot. You never studied at the Grove, Gray, hence you lack knowledge in this area. But that's no matter. Allow me to cast a blessing of Circe's, and this should solve it. Come closer and close your eyes. In a trance, you feel a slight warmth flow into your body, like a soft caress of a strand of hair, or the gentle embrace of the afternoon sunlight in a quiet garden. Drowsiness and fond memories of the past wash into your brain, weaving them into the fabric of your dreams. May your reason remain clear. May Circe's guard your thoughts. All done. You can open your eyes now. How do you feel? Try talking to the little chimeras. Awoo. The little chimera gazes at you with its wide eyes, as if eager to engage in a warm and friendly exchange with you. Show your goodwill. Hello, I'm a nameless from the Astral Express, and my name is... Awoo, I've heard of you, and I've always wanted to get to know you. Nuzzle. Don't take it too seriously. This fella says that to everyone. Haha, I told you they were very smart. Just playful sometimes. Don't mind them. The little chimeras are very capable. Akuma was under attack recently, so it's a mess everywhere. It's all thanks to these little ones that we've managed to solve the labor issue. We should be grateful for them. They perform labor? No need, it's not like I volunteered for the job. Are they all like this? The Garden of Life is the Chimera's nurturing ground and dwelling. If you're interested, you can take a look around, Gray. They all look different and with unique personalities. There just might be one you fancy. Get up! Get up, all of you! Did I allow you to all take a break? Get your feet moving. I didn't come here to watch you all slack off. I'm just as vexed as to why you're all just slackers compared to my other squads that are there. To the other squads, they're... What am I saying? I'm just vexed as to why you're all slackers compared to other squads that are role models. Why is that a question? I don't know what's happening. Unless, useless and making fools of yourselves and dragging my good name through the mud too. It looks like that person is being mean to those little chimeras. Gray, let's go take a look. I utterly disdain those who abuse animals.
More and more species are disappearing.
The Awoo firm. Not the man who's causing a scene. I like the one with the single horn. This has nothing to do with me. It's this fella who's utterly useless. It only knows how to cry, and I don't want to be with it. But work is so hard. Whaling is all you know. Who
Who are you trying to fool? My job is to monitor your work, so work, got it? It's your surplus value that's needed, not your emotional value. Your ranking won't go up if you don't do a good job. Just my luck running into you useless lot. Hello, sir. These little chimeras already apologized, so please stop berating them. Such harsh disciplinary treatment will never result in very positive outcomes. Shouldn't you be checking yourself before speaking to a council elder? Hang on, I've seen you before. Wait. Oh, if it isn't the great Chrysos heir. Ah, yes, leaders of Arkema and an echelon higher than the rest. Of course, you are qualified to tell me how to do my job. Then please enlighten me. How would I discipline this group of utterly useless chimeras? You should demonstrate a bad example first. Sure, as long as you don't regret witnessing their witless antics. Just thinking about work cheers me up. Watch how foolish they can be. Hey, help me open this box. Still have to work, huh? This gentleman from the Council of Elders has ordered or arranged a task order for the little chimeras. The chimeras will complete tasks in the given order. Click here to try it out. Each task the chimeras complete increases the progress. However, working also consumes a little of the chimera's stamina. Each task the chimeras complete increases the taskbar based on the chimera's efficiency. At the same time, the chimeras will reduce stamina by an equal amount to the task consumption. The higher a chimera's efficiency and stamina, the greater its work capacity. That guy just spit a fireball at the other one. Chimeras have different traits. Click and hold to view the trait. This little chimera is quite special. It can even attack its squad mates. When this unit is working, grants the companion one spot behind, -1 stamina. That's terrible. That guy shouldn't be in the front. When a chimera has stamina less than 0, it will collapse from exhaustion. This chimera has such a temper, it even knocked out its squad mate. When this unit's stamina is reduced, grants companions one spot ahead and behind, +1 efficiency. As expected, they failed to complete the assigned task. No. Such a management method presents too many problems. The little chimeras are far more capable than you think. Gray, good thing you're here. I'll have to trouble you to demonstrate to him. Do I need to mimic the sounds that chimeras make? Of course not. What is going on through your mind? Don't get antsy. I'll teach you in earnest. Gray, we need to help these little chimeras. Click and check the chimera's trait. Each chimera's trait may come in handy. Drag to change the task order. It's up to you to decide the task order. You see, I was gonna put bad temper in the back, but Tough Cookie gives efficiency when it loses stamina. So putting bad temper in the front means Tough Cookie will give efficiency to both the front and the back. Yeah, so that is actually better. We'll keep bad temper in the front.
Click here to let the chimeras work automatically. It's because you taught them wrong. I think these people are really into watching chimeras perform hard labor. Great work on completing the task. Awesome. Completing tasks earn cookies, which represent the chimera's work value. Are we gonna beat this kid up? Here's a list of tasks the chimeras need to complete. Keep going to earn more cookies. I'd have to deal with this kid. That guy doesn't even have a pickaxe. What are you doing? I thought this was going to be a battler, but apparently it's a hard labor simulator. Not sure which one's worse or better. Although I guess they like it. So if they like it, then I guess it's okay. Oh, wonderful! What simply wonderful. That's a crisis air for you, Arkhama's great heroes. If you're just as strong when the black tide comes, the city will surely be saved, no? Perfect timing. I've got a most excellent proposal. Since your management skills are so superb, why not buy the squad's rights from me? I am but an ordinary person of mediocre talent, unable to bear such heavy responsibility. Aren't you a council elder? You're a mediocre talent, huh? Okay. You're not trying to absolve yourself of your burden, are you? The more capable often have to do more. Crisis heirs are saviors, so they naturally should help us common folk lighten our burdens. If they continue to follow me, who knows how much more hardships these chimeras will suffer? Does your heart not bleed for them? Spare some benevolence and deliver them from the abyss of suffering. Hooray, I'm getting angry. You want to play a hero, not pay a dime? There's never a free lunch in Arkham. Really? Because I can give you a free knuckle sandwich. I don't want much, just 100,000 balance coins for them. Talent on above will witness the fairness of this deal. Yeah, I'm not paying a single coin. Of course, the Council of Elders has always respected the will of the people. Unlike some arrogant saviors, you obviously have the right to refuse. But similarly, as long as these chimeras are my responsibility, it is my just right to treat them as I see fit. No one else has the authority to interfere. Got that little lady standing there? Not sure that's exactly how it works. Gray, don't get him riled up. I'll handle this. Sir, there is a saying passed down among the Sky Priests that is, wait for Aquila to open their eyes. It means don't make hasty judgments before the sun rises. If you think you're already run, it will end up quite embarrassing for you. What do you mean? These chimeras are under my management. What, you're gonna rob them of me? Rob me of them, rather? Chimeras are very smart creatures, and understand our language. They have their own unique way of thinking and will make their own choices too. The chimeras that wish to follow me in Grey stand over here. We are switching squads now. Abu, I'm coming. I don't want to follow such a mean administrator. I'm switching squads. I'm resigning. Before Hyacinth finishes her sentence, all the chimeras are lined up nicely in front of you. And by in front, we actually mean behind. Wait, why are these chimeras running off a-wooing? Hey, poaching my property in my presence? You trying to cause trouble for me? Is this how the Crisis Heirs does things? The chimeras, of course, have the right to change jobs. Pipe down. You may still be their administrator, but no chimeras are willing to stay on in your squad. From the looks of it, this is fitting of the fairness you so insist. Of course, a council elder only listens to the will of the people when it suits his own needs. I'm lodging a complaint to the garden. You're abusing your authority and oppressing the citizens of Argama. Please do. I'm just not sure that what could be worse than bullying the chimeras in the eyes of the gardeners. I saw you being mean to the chimeras just now. Fine. I can cede this round to you, but don't get all smug just yet. I hand over the authority to these chimeras, but it won't be that simple. Just watch out before you end up losing everything. Phew, I finally settled. Now I know how it feels when Lady Agraya interacts with the Council of Elders. Now these little chimeras are ours and to care for. As for later arrangements, let me go ask the gardeners in the Garden of Life. Monopoly. Oh, there's a book over here too. Wow, wow, wow. Chimera's Hard Work or Work Handbook. 3rd edition. I've received a request to transfer authority, so who's the new administrator for this chimera? She is, I guess. Oh, great. I gave it some thought. How about you be their administrator? Since the restart of the Flame Chase tourney, it's also been busy for the Twilight Courtyard. If Lady Agraya knew about my bunking about, she'd be pretty upset. Alright. It's decided. Alright. I really should thank you for the help, but truth be told, you've already taken care of a huge mess. Or yeah, no, taken on a huge mess. You haven't been in Akama long, so I'll give you a brief explanation. These chimeras are managed by the Garden of Life and divided into smaller squads to help out the city's residents with simple tasks. Most chimeras gather nearby, so you can take a look around. There's no job too hard, only courageous chimeras. Keep it up, you can do it. I will, I will keep slacking off every day. Even if we work ourselves to the bone, we'll hold our heads up high when we think about Akama's prosperity. The early gardener gets breakfast, but the late early chimera only gets broken fast. Oh, Cersei, do these chimeras not need to work? Maybe they don't like it. At least some of them do. Or perhaps this is because there's been too much work recently. The chimeras must be overly fatigued. They used to be much more sprightly. You sure know how to exploit free labor. I'll continue. Each squad... Brushing over that issue? Okay, I see how it is. Each squad has a registered administrator charged with monitoring the chimeras' work situations. Something like what a foreman does. That pompous person just now is the administrator of this group of chimeras. Isn't being a squad leader good? Honestly, this squad's work output is very poor. Their performance has always been ranked the lowest, even if they didn't relinquish. Even if he didn't relinquish authority to you, the squad would have been disbanded sooner or later. If the squad still doesn't hit its target, the administrator not only has to pay a hefty fine, but they'll also be issued a memo of criticism at the Citizens' Assembly. I mean, the Chimera is Akuma's mascot after all. So we have to work for free, and if we don't work, we have to pay a fine. Huh. By memo of criticism, I was never punished so harshly by Professor Anaxagoras, even when I was studying back at the Grove. Sorry. I'll salvage everything. You come too, Gray. I'll help out. If they don't do a good job, I'll take the punishment in your place. It's pointless to say this all now. You guys better think of how to increase your squad's work performance. A mini milestone has to be assigned. How about this? I'll bring you all to see the current squad's rankings. We're currently in the last place, but it's only temporary. Let's climb the ranks. Can't be bothered to make a name. Horn of Freedom is the top squad, huh? We have 3 weeks to improve, I guess. This is a grave situation. You just became an administrator and aren't familiar with many matters, so you should lower your expectations. Let's see, how about setting the 7th rank squad as a goal to catch up with? Okay. Our work performance must attain a standard to be considered acceptable. Let's just focus on keeping your squad together first. There's only 3 weeks left until the assessment period. Time is light. Here's the current stage's opponent. Let's defeat them with the help of our chimeras. Ready to get to work? What character select do we have? Chingcha, Palo, Serval, or Asta? I actually need one more Eidolon to finish off Chingcha. They had one in the shop refresh this month. That's cool. I think I already have all of them for Pela and Serval, and I don't care about Asta. Although I think I probably have all of Asta. Yeah. We'll definitely do Chingcha. Do we have any cool rewards? No? Start working. Our opponent's ranks higher than us, so we need to work hard. There are new chimeras wanting to join our squad this week. Let's get some normal companions. Stole some snacks to bring back home. We can take leave at any time, right? Pressure monster, an unremarkable chimera. Little villain, an unremarkable chimera. Absentee freak. Pretend sick. When this unit's stamina is reduced, switches positions with the companion one spot behind, and this unit's efficiency +2. This chimera also has a trait. Let's take a look. Based on this trait, it seems suited to be placed at the front of the squad. Drag the new chimera to the squad's lineup. Okay. I don't feel like that's a good. I don't feel like this is a great combo, but I guess that's what we're gonna go with. To meet the evaluation targets, you must complete these tasks every week. If work feels slow, you can speed it up. If only you could do that in real life. He does it every time. That's true. Actually, I didn't think about that. That worked out pretty well. And then, because then Tough Cookie will buff them even more. Wow. Didn't really matter in this case, but they did get 11 efficiency. It was pretty high. If the squad's chimeras are especially capable, they might trigger extra assignments. Overtime! Is it paid overtime? After completing the 5th task, if the chimeras in the squad still have sufficient stamina, extra assignments will be triggered. You can get more cookies from extra assignments. After completing a certain number of extra assignments, you can achieve the stage target ahead of schedule. Wait, Dan Hong was back there. Huh. Gray, feel free to praise the standout chimera. Is that the standout one, really? I feel like maybe Mood Maxer was better, but okay. Canceling is possible, but it might upset the chimera. Now I feel bad. Can I just do it all? You're all great. You're all winners. Yep. Man, they caught up. This chimera seems to have superior work capacity. Absentee Master. When this stamina is reduced, switch spots and stamina is increased instead of work efficiency. Interesting. Okay. Onlooker. When this companion has become exhausted, this unit gains efficiency and stamina. You can view the little chimeras that aren't in the team within the member pool. You can also drag chimeras from the member pool into the squad. Wow, Old Honest has 16. Whoa. Wowzers. 16 stamina. I wonder what, like, we got this guy who's got 6. He gains stamina when someone else, when this unit is reduced, switches positions, gains stamina. So I mean, I like our team though. The question is whether Slacker is a good one to replace. So we have like Absentee Freak, gets hit once, switches. Gets hit by Bad Temper, switches to Tough Cookie slot. Tough Cookie eventually dies. Absentee Freak gets hit by Bad Temper again, switches to Slacker. Then Slacker has 2 HP. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like we could maybe do Onlooker instead of Slacker. We'll see. I'm not sure, like, Absentee Master gaining 3 stamina. I'm not sure when they switch positions, but I'm not sure if that's useful as much. Or maybe they are just a better pretend Absentee Freak, because Absentee Freak gains 2 efficiency, and it got to 13. So it gets to 13, I think, every time pretty much. But if we swap to Absentee Master, well, Absentee Master has 6 efficiency. So with the buffs from Tough Cookie, okay, so Absentee Freak gains 2 efficiency every time it moves slots. It moves 1, 2, 3 times, so that's 6. So it technically from Tough Cookie, it gained 7 efficiency. So then if we instead have Absentee Master would has 6 efficiency and gains 7, which would put it also at 13. So it's the exact same amount. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. Although it would have maybe more stamina, which, you know, could mean that it does more with the 13, but Not by a lot, so I think we'll stick with this team. See what happens. The jobs are presumably random, so I'm not really sure how you can truly prepare for. But I think this team is pretty good either way. Oh, Chibi's in the background. Bartolos. Alright, that team burnt out. Target completed ahead of time. Completed ahead of time, well done. Grain chimeras are wonderful. There's still some time before the deadline. Let's take a breather. We can go walk around the shops and buy something delicious for grain chimeras. And then soak in a comfy bath. Let's go. I was praised. Time to clock off. Good food, warm bath, so happy. Awoo, awoo. With the chimeras in tow, you and Hyacinth stroll around Akuma, enjoying a wonderful time. Not bad. You met your designated milestone. The Chimera Squad won't disband for now, so you can all rest easy. Honestly, it was really cutting it. It was cutting it really close there. It's not easy to whip these chimeras into shape, especially when it comes to teamwork. Mind imparting any management experience or secrets to me? The key to victory lies in the strategic synergy of the chimeras. Alright, you're a qualified squad now. So you need to consider what to do going forward. Achieve a higher rank or stay stagnant to where you are in a comfort zone, but you have to name your squad first. A name may seem like a few simple letters, but it most certainly vexes even the most prolific of poets. You glance over to Hyacinth standing beside you, and then onto the still crowing chimeras. And the answer dawns upon you. My squad's name is the squad mentioned by the Trailblazer. Hyacinth's Royal Guards, Chimera Operation Team, Nameless Army, Custom Team 1. The squad mentioned by the Trailblazer. You sure you want this name? If so, I'll register it in our files. Yep. The squad mentioned by the Trailblazer. This is our squad's new name, Awoo. I've heard that the little Grey's tastes are a little peculiar, but this squad name still got me a little startled. What? The chimeras have, like, floating hover devices?
Sorry to bother you. I saw this squad's ranking rise in leaps and bounds on the leaderboard. Might I ask if you're their administrator?
That's right. You want to sign a contract with me?
Hello, this may sound a little forward, but please allow me to join your squad.
Do the other chimeras wish to join because of your squad's stellar performance?
This is correct. My title is Professional Manager, and I have ample work experience, having developed my unique methodology in the practical arena. I've also worked with different chimeras before, especially excelling at teamwork coordination. Superb chimeras need an even more outstanding administrator to fully wield their potential, and I believe that with your leadership, I can fully demonstrate my own talents and raise the squad's performance for a win-win partnership.
Grey, doesn't this chimera look a little different? It's hovering.
Even among chimeras, they are divided according to their capabilities. Some chimeras are more suited for practical work, while others can survey the bigger picture from an elevated position and utilize their leadership skills. Alpha Chimera, oh my goodness. That's what people call me, though I dislike it. Chimeras are a unity of their lesser selves, and should not be artificially segregated into hierarchies of ability.
Are there Sigma chimeras? Can't we just check on the ability scores?
I agree as well. If we gave differential treatment to chimeras based on their abilities, we'd be just as feckless as that elder.
Huh. In the midst of the conversation, you seem to notice a barely perceptible smile flash across this self-proclaimed Alpha Chimera.
Regardless, let our collaboration be smooth and our endeavors successful.
Wait. Hey, I was here first. Small company, big boss. Hey, why? I tried inviting you so many times personally, but you refused to join me. Why should this newcomer get ahead of me? Just because he's on good terms with the Chrysos heirs, or is there some reason that I'm not privy to? I'd like to hear them.
Because he is more valuable than you.
Stop wooing. I don't understand you either. Though I'm sure of one thing, this squad you joined comprises nothing but misfits. What future could there be of following him with a newly formed squad? Slander comes with consequences. Huh. I've been administrator for so long, you think I wouldn't know what your squad is like? What, did I upset you? You can back up your words when your rank is higher than mine. You hardly even manage to hit your targets. You're here strutting your stuff?
No problem. Let's make it a bet then. I believe that his squad will beat yours for sure. Don't be afraid of his taunts. Just treat his squad as the next objective, and I'll help you hit it.
The time of conquest is nigh. Sure. You stay on that trash squad and waste your time and energy. Only then will you be convincingly crushed underfoot by me. 3 weeks, then we'll see who truly stands above the other. Professional manager joined. Let's keep up the good work. Ah, we get a new message box with chimeras. Very cute. King of Bads is the team, ranking 4, huh? Okay. You think you can dust me? We're not even close. We're pretty close, actually. The Alpha Chimera makes the entire team stronger. After entering the field, grants all Chimeras 3/3. We also got Race King. When this unit completes work, obtains Efficiency 2 and Stamina 3. We got a Healer. At the start of every turn, grants the companion one spot ahead a Stamina. And we got Uber Negative, who is an unremarkable Chimera. Feels bad. We can now deploy more Chimeras. The Alpha Chimera has prepared some members' pairing suggestions for your reference. Oh, really? How nice of them. So the core Rat Race King. Behind every hardworking Rat Race King is a counselor who provides emotional value. There's Absentee Master and Absentee Freak working together. And there's Onlooker and Pressure Monster. Pressure Monster. I wish I could look at what their stuff actually is here, but we'll just have to do that ourselves. Who's Pressure Monster? Pressure Monster is unremarkable. The Rat Race King, when it completes work, obtains 2 efficiency and 3 stamina. And Healer heals it at the start of every turn. That's pretty good. Absentee Master and Absentee Freak. Absentee Master, when this one switches one spot behind, gains 3 stamina. Absentee Freak, of course, switches and gains 2 efficiency. So they're switching back and forth. That's an interesting way to do it as well. I do kind of like that one. That one sounds interesting. Onlooker and Pressure Monster. Who's Onlooker? When a companion becomes exhausted, this unit's 2/2, right? Although I'm surprised it doesn't suggest our current teams. Our current one's pretty good, but Absentee Freak and Absentee Monster switching back and forth constantly, and then a healer behind them is an interesting. But also Rat Race King constantly being healed. Guess we'll try this. We'll just combine both teams together. I guess that would work. Professional Managers is just back. I love that it has a little floating chariot thing. The fact that healer heals even when it's HP, like a beyond, like there's no max HP, it just always gives a +1 HP. I don't think that combination can ever lose. Right? I don't know. Well, now it's got 2 HP left, but Gain's just gained 5, and it's gonna get another one. It's gonna go back up to 6. So unless it's more than 6, now it's at 5. It's gonna have 1. It's gonna gain 3, and it's gonna gain another one. So they have 5. Yeah, so it'll lose. Okay, so finally it lost. But it finished the whole thing. It's pretty good. Let's do a post-mortem. Okay. All right, that worked out pretty well. You all did great. Almost caught up, dude. We didn't even need 3 weeks. Barely even needed 1 week. Buck Taker. When a companion becomes exhausted, grants the companion 10 stamina and this unit flees work. Suffer Maxer. When this unit stamina is reduced, all companions gain an efficiency. Small Group. At the start of every turn, grants any companions within 2 spots ahead efficiency 1 and other companions stamina -1. Interesting. I like small groups appearance, color combo, horns. So rat race healer and small group is recommended. And small group, the start of every turn grants any companion within 2 spots +1 efficiency. Okay. Or Suffer Max or small group. Bad Tempered, Suffer Maxer, Buck Taker. Yeah, that group would work, I feel like, yeah. Lineup 3, Bad Tempered damages Suffer Maxer, who then gains stuff, and then Buck Taker will heal it when it dies, so it'll continue to gain things another. Yeah, that's pretty, that could be good. But we could do small group Suffer Maxer. If we do Suffer Maxer small group, then we don't want Onlooker in the. We want someone else, which I guess could be Buck Taker. Would that be like what is mathematically the best choice for us here? So like we could, like this team, like what is the capabilities we get here? So. Like Onlooker gains 2 when everyone is exhausted. And it starts off at 6. So it would get 8. At max, pretty much. So 14, is that what I had last time? Whereas Suffer Maxer gains 1 when it's reduced. So it starts with 2, but it's gonna have 3 actually, so 5, and then it's got 5 HP, so it can reduce, it can gain another 5, so it gets 10. And then small group, so then it's got 10. Small group would eventually, I'm not sure how long, it depends on how long small group stays alive, I guess. It could either get, you know, another 5 potentially, like 15. It could go all the way up to, obviously we don't want it to be at a 1. We don't want it to die, it's like, otherwise it's worthless, right? The buff is not entirely worthless, but it could get up to 19 potentially. I guess we'll just experiment and see what happens there. See how high it lets us go. And then I'll determine if it's better than the other one. Oh, that guy's got a hover thing too. It's a fancier one. I'm writing my application now. Is that a new alpha chimera we can get? I forgot Suffermaxer is not itself. Suffermaxer gives other people efficiency. So actually keeping Suffermaxer alive longer just gives everyone else more efficiency. So actually that is ultimately even better, actually. Yeah. Because now Rat Race King has 26 and counting. And Bucktaker still hasn't triggered its thing yet. Or protect one achievement. I love that Bucktaker walks away. That's a pretty solid team. Megacorp already, wow. Wow, Flory got a huge boost there. Congratulations, Flory. Done in advance. Good job, Grey and Chimeras. I'll buy some delicious food for you guys later. Well done. I knew I didn't get the wrong person. We'll leave the post-mortem for later. It's time to celebrate. According to the tradition, everyone will head to the market together for a nice relaxing bath. Let's go, let's go. I love Cine. I love praise. Yummy food, toasty bath, happy me, awoo awoo. With the chimeras in tow, you stroll around Akuma, enjoying a wonderful time. Your squad's placed higher than mine. Is this real, or am I hallucinating from all my recent salt baths? Hey, you sure the garden didn't tally our workload wrong? Talonton's watching from above, so please be sure or more meticulous about your evaluations and help re-verify the results more responsibly. Did my squad really do less work than theirs? That is correct. If it's still hard to believe, if it's still hardly believable to you, how about I paste this leaderboard list on the wall where you regularly soak in your bath? All guests will be able to witness how an incapable administrator destroys their own squad. Brutal. The garden keeps a close eye on each Chimera's status, so don't think we're oblivious to the situation. Look at this. Your Chimera squad submitted daily work reports. You telling me these are forgeries? Daily work report, day 6. Red soil added 6 times. Tended to Varix Leo 1 time. Watered 13 times. Shield quality tests completed 9 times. Incomplete. Comforting the depressed mountain dweller, I attempted to comfort them, but ended up crying alongside him for a long time instead. Plans through tomorrow. Water 18 times, shield quality test 18 times, add red soil 8 times. Self-evaluation. Diligently completed task assigned by the squad, and actively reviewed experience and outcome to increase watering efficiency by 8%. working in basic compliance with values required by the Chimera's work handbook, and capable of being self-disciplined, self-driven, and working independently. Squad report. Supervisor Midafon expressed that the weather was not hot today and only fit for bathing, not work. They were late. Day 7. Red soil 10 times, Varix Leo 2 times, water 21, shield test 16 times, comforting the depressed mountain dweller. I cried for him with a long time. Plans for tomorrow: 12, water 12 times, shield test 14, add red soil 6, actively reviewed experience and outcome to increase repairing efficiency by 8%, working in basic compliance with the values compiled by the handbook, and capable of being self-disciplined, driven, and working independently. Supervisor Midafon expressed that the water was too cold today and only fit for bathing, or the weather rather, not work. They were late and left early. Day 8, added red soil 16, Varix Leo 7 times, water 33 times, shield test 27 times. Incomplete, comforting the depressed mountain dweller. I cried with him for a long time. Watered 14 times, 18 times, and add soil 13 times tomorrow. Working with the basic compliance of the values of the handbook. Diligently completed task assigned by the squad and actively reviewed experience and outcome to increase watering efficiency by 8%. Supervisor Midafon expressed that the weather was just right today and they were in a great mood, perfect for bathing. They were never seen again. Day 9. Why should a Chimera have to work? Daily reports. How scary. You think our daily exchanges are also being reported by the Chimeras to the gardeners. It was... If there was a god for the bath, you'd definitely be it. Anything else you would like to add, Bath Titan? This is an affront to justice. Achaemenid citizens have the rightful privilege to the baths. This is also recorded in the Memorial Palace introduction. Besides, I'm a squad administrator. What right do they have to criticize what I do? If not for the atrocious work efficiency of this lot, do you think I would have lost? This is the garden's problem with how they assign chimeras. But your squad's ranking is currently tanking. If you don't do something soon, they'll soon face disbandment. You better prep to pay a fine too. I can help you fight a demotion prevention match. I'll guarantee a sure win for you. Why are we helping this guy? I already said before that his squad will surely defeat yours. I'm afraid I'll have to decline your invitation. Please return. Ugh. They're just some chimeras. Think I would care? I'm out. Done. You lot can compete amongst yourselves. If you wish to unilaterally revoke management privileges, please come with me and pay the respective fine. I can't read. Let's go. You're obviously slacking off yourself and stacking all the workload on the chimeras. It's probably tough having to deal with such an irresponsible administrator. But it's a good thing we won, and I don't know why I feel weird about it. Because it was too easy? I don't think so. The chimeras worked so hard, so I can't say that it was easy. Because I stole the limelight? I don't think so. I know your strength is a traveler born from beyond the sky, but that's not why this is weird. Because the garden's assigning too much work? Probably not. There've been plenty of happening that needed to be settled in Akama, and there's just more effort on the Chimera's part. Why is that person here to provoke you? Yes, that's it. This bath regular and the elder treated us in overly similar ways. The council may not see eye to eye with the Chrysos heirs, but there's no reason to have a grudge against us. Will there be something more that meets the eye? Rather than dwelling on unfounded matters, why not spare the time to build a better squad instead? You're right. Your help has been much appreciated this time. The Chimera's work mentality has been a complete but about turn, with a leader guiding them. The essentiality of an alpha chimera speaks for itself. But in the midst of celebration, you should focus more on the chimeras that are actually doing the work. They are the foundation of a successful squad. During my recent work stints, I heard some unusual sounds. You should investigate when you're free. Take a peek at the chimera's daily routine. Have a single chimera reach 30 efficiency. And arrange for chimeras in your squad to obtain a total of 60 cookies. One time. Very cool. Also, we got texted. Oh no, we have the new message. It's nice. It's a nice one. All right. We'll end there for today. We'll continue with this part tomorrow. The Yanis section of the story was shorter than I thought it would be. Wasn't sure we were going to get to the event today, but yeah, that section was a bit shorter. I'll have to go around and get the rest of the chests and things. But for now, that is all, so thank you for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.